Hello and welcome to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table real play video of Toward Eternity, the God Box. That is the adventure that we are playing. For those of you keeping track. When last we left our heroes, the Salacious Storm Knights, if you will, Ben apparently is face-palming for some reason.
Entirely unrelated to your current.
Okay.
I assure you.
So, when last we left our Salacious Storm Knights, they had managed to come across one Prince Shakan, a leader of the Leopard tribe.
Oh, I read the note.
You did read the note. You were the one who was able to talk to because you have the book.
We're slow in communicating, though.
Yes. And he thanked you for saving him. And I don't remember. Let's see. You guys
We were still at the
rescued
spider
him. Yep, you're still at the spider hole. And I believe you had just rescued him.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
gotten him out, and when we said his name, he was like...
All right.
Oh, because we had looked up in the book help.
Yeah.
Yes. He kept saying the word Kroth, which is leopard warrior for help. And leopard warrior is the only name you know to call this language so far. So, you stand there near the hole that he was in. Yes.
If I study the book really good, can I learn how to speak leopard warrior?
Haltingly, yes. You could buy a point in languages and add leopard warrior.
So I have 5 unspent.
Yeah, you couldn't do it until you spend some time with him.
Still pretty much one thing useless for you.
I mean, you could always come back to the land below.
Go on with your story.
Okay. This is why playing with your wife is always an adventure.
This is why playing with James is always stupid, because he cheats.
There it is.
I didn't say you were cheating, I just said you do cheat.
She has accused me of cheating. Alright, so...
I have glory in keeps from cheating.
Okay, cool.
As I said, you have Prince Shakan, and he is blathering at you in some language, and then you hear the word Spencer.
Is that
And
name familiar?
let's see. Let's bring up your little note.
Sorry, it's been a couple weeks.
Nope, that is just fine. Let me turn that. And enlarge said note. Put it down just a skosh.
Spencer was the dad.
Blake, you just got that, or you remember that?
I just remembered that. I don't just... Did
I
you
don't
say
see it in there.
Spencer?
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
just call him dad.
Daddy.
I assume that must be the dad, because neither of the people we were chasing is named Spencer.
And as you guys are standing there, he is continuing on, speaking in whatever language it is that he is
Are
speaking.
there any words I'm able to pick up and look up?
You're going to pull out the book, and
Oh, she
Yeah.
hasn't looked out still.
as soon as you pull the book out, he slows down. He sees the book. You see a light of recognition in his eyes, and he starts speaking one word at a time, allowing you to search through it.
Can I look for the word thank you?
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you to him.
He nods, and then, and I'm not going to do it as slow as you guys have to work, obviously, we'd be at this point all night. So you're able to work out that he says, Chakan and Spencer find way out. Come back for Kathy, but attacked by Daruni. Daruni takes Spencer. Must rescue. No time. Bad, bad.
Can I look up the word help?
Croft.
But like, I don't want it to be like, help! I want it to be like, help.
Assist. Aid.
He nods
Right?
and says, yes. We go save Spencer.
What about, the girl?
The siblings?
Wes and girl.
Wes and... When you say, what about Wes and girl, he says, Kathy?
Yes!
Gone.
Do you tell him what you found, or... Because he looks puzzled when you say, what about Wes and the girl?
And who's Wes?
Presumably,
It's her brother. She mentions him in,
Oh.
2 days later is where his name
Yep.
gets mentioned.
yeah, Snake People took them somewhere.
Sir. I don't remember games, James.
oh, that's fine.
So I am just... I try to play catch-up every night. How do we know that Wes is his sibling?
Down, minus.
She talks about Wes, and then she talks about Daddy separately.
Yep.
I guess I wasn't assuming that Wes was a sibling. I thought Wes was like another man in her life. Not romantic man, but just a
Right. I could
Like-
see that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, like, yeah.
an older man.
I assume brother based off of the context of Dad took us, implying that Dad was both of their
Yeah.
fathers.
That's fair.
Where does it say that?
Right there.
Second,
The first
Second
line.
ones. But either way, they're not there.
After you explain to him what you found, he says, Serpentors, slavers. Wes and Kathy will be alive. Save them next. No time for Spencer.
Alright. Where's Spencer?
Daruni.
Lead on, Kazar.
Shakan?
Ever read a comic book? Never mind. Yeah, Shakan.
No, I've never read a comic book before in my life, honestly.
Oh no, that was completely 100% in character.
All right.
I can't see you, so I can't see this.
Oh, he didn't do that.
Well, I know I can't see.
All right, so Prince Shakan leads you along the trail until you come to the river, considerably south of where the two members of your group had scouted to.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
As you guys are traveling, you travel for about 8 hours. Yes.
Was there any place for us to go from the snakes? Where the pit in the ground was?
Oh, those spiders?
Or, yeah, the spiders. I didn't mean snakes. I knew they were spiders.
Yeah, he leads you on from there.
Okay, following the trail that the snakes made.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, no, not the trail that they made, because that was in another... He's following a trail.
But it's taking us to where they already were.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm a visual person and I don't see a map, so...
After about 8 hours of walking, he suggests that you stop and sleep for a while.
Yeah.
Once again, the sun never goes down.
Okay.
She's thinking.
It took us 8 hours to get to where these guys were.
No, you're farther south than that. Or farther north. Sorry, farther north.
How do we know cardinal directions here?
Just kind of get a feeling about it.
Okay.
This room seems a little weird.
This is spinning in circles.
My cell phone.
I mean,
I Google mapped it.
there's a large point of orientation. The volcano is north. There we
Okay.
go.
Okay, I say then let's nap. Who's gonna keep watches?
I'll take a watch.
I'll take one.
I will also take one.
And I will also take one. And I'm going to blindfold myself while I'm trying to sleep.
I'm just gonna do this. To be fair, I can sleep anywhere, anytime.
Okay, there we are. Alright. After you wake up,
Do we have anything happen overnight?
nothing happens during your rest period.
Does Shakad have any food for us?
No.
Or the ability to get food?
I mean, you guys can hunt if you wish.
Have we seen any animals or?
Lots and lots of animals. All of them some of them look like they would be similar to animals that you would see back in Core Earth, but most of them just look different and odd and more primal.
Okay.
But if you want to hunt, you can make survival checks.
Yeah, I think we need some food.
I crack one of my MREs.
Could I use my pyrokinesis on one of them?
I mean, you gotta make a survival check to catch the food first.
Say what?
But yeah, you could use your pyrokinesis to cook it right as soon as you catch it.
Well, I don't have to catch bad guys, so I don't think I should have to catch an animal.
You still have to track it and
Yeah,
find a
still
good
find
window.
it. Nice.
Survival?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have survival.
Defaults to mind.
I got a 9.
Okay.
I guess I'll
Assist her.
look for some as well. Well, yeah, I'll assist her. $18 to assist.
Yeah, it's no problem. You guys find plenty of food.
Do I need to roll the pyrokinesis it?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Um,
I just feel like we should eat.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, that's what Joe was worried about last time.
yep. And unfortunately, Joe couldn't be here tonight. He is ill. I don't believe it's the COVID.
Joe, guess what? We rested and ate for you.
Your character's still hungry, though.
All right. After your rest period ends, he continues
that
leading
mean?
you. What?
Why is my character so hungry? Oh, Joe or me?
I think he meant
Yeah,
Joe.
I was talking to Joe.
Oh, okay. I'm not good with this, like, talking to the TV. And it's really
Oh,
weird.
the camera's over here now.
I know, but, like, that's where
keeps
the voice
looking-
is coming from.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Sit like this.
It's okay, I can't see you either,
Yeah.
so
I can't share the camera with him, unfortunately.
I'm not too concerned with it.
I am.
All right. You guys start traveling again, and a short ways down the river, like 2 or 3 hours, you guys
Go ahead, check.
finally come upon a tributary that leads up into a stand of dense trees. You know, like up a hill and into a stand of dense trees. And he points up that way. And as you guys start heading up that way, well, I guess I should ask, are you guys going to follow him up towards the trees?
Yep, why not?
We're actually here looking for 2 other people also, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The doctor and.
Well, I mean, you've got plenty of time to ask them about.
Can we...
Yeah, we can backtrack it a little bit.
I'm sorry, I feel like we might need to know where they are. Like, would they have been taken...
So, are you going to? How are you going to bring this across? And what are you going to say to them?
Well, I'm limited to what I wish... Do I have a copy of the book? Like, do you have
No.
the words?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
So, what kind of words are in this book?
My
It looks
friend
like
taken.
Kathy has done a pretty good job of giving you a pretty solid list of words to use. You can get your point across. How's that?
Came here searching for missing people.
Who'd take them?
Malacrix.
Bad men.
Lizard.
Lizard.
Edeinos.
Ah! Yes. I've seen the lizard men before. Like serpentors, but not serpentors. The lizard men no live in Meritica. So they must know a way out. Spencer knows way out. We save Spencer, he show you the way.
Spencer or Spencer?
Spencer.
Okay. And I keep thinking it's a spider thing.
No.
But first,
Like from all story.
we must rescue Spencer. What else you thinking?
So Spencer will be able to help us?
Yes. We save Spencer, save Spencer's children, Spencer help you.
I got nothing else.
Anybody else have any questions or anything for him?
No.
Who lives in these trees? Nah, not doing the accent quite right, but.
Ah, my people. All right, and as you follow him up the hill, he pulls numerous giant leaves aside to uncover 2 large, heavy canoes. Each canoe looks like it could hold 5 people, so you guys can split up the group however you wish.
We don't need to.
Yeah, there's 6 of us.
There's 6 of you, technically.
And plus there'll be people we'll bring back.
I want to be in the second canoe.
I'll be in the first.
I'll be in the canoe box driving. Actually, no, I'll be in Scarlet's canoe.
Shakan pilots one boat, sitting in the back so he can steer
I
it.
figured he was the first boat.
Who's going to pilot the second?
What do you need to be able to pilot a boat?
Water vehicles?
So we
Well,
should
that would be Buckmasters.
So Buck, you're gonna have to join. Next character, Scarlet.
Okay, so let's say Scarlet, Bucker, and Canoe 2, and I guess I'll go with Shakan and Canoe 1.
Oh, that's fine. I'm with the effective people in Canoe 2. Yes.
Can I take the book?
Yeah, it's true.
We'll be chatting with them.
All right. So you guys start canoeing, and fortunately, the direction you're going, the river is with you. You're
As
gonna,
opposed to Saturday's game.
Right.
yeah. About an hour down the river, you guys see a number of leopard warriors sitting on the riverbank. As they see Prince Shakan, they rise and bow to him, and he pulls his canoe in among them.
So we're going to the.
Don't worry.
Worm people.
Looks like he's probably checking on his people.
Or this is a trap.
Could be a trap. As you guys are looking at the leopard warriors, you notice that they are pretty heavily injured, but they're obviously holding up a brave face. And standing stoically as their leader gets out of the canoe and starts walking amongst them. And he's speaking in frantic tones as the rest of them look over you guys. After a few minutes, Chakan walks back to you guys and says, "These warriors protect gatherers on river, looking for important medicines. Daruni find them and attack, many dead and wounded on both sides. This war must end." And he looks a little shaken by the state of his warriors. After that, he does get back in the canoe and pushes back off. Get rid of this.
Who is Daruni?
Daruni hunt leopard warriors. Daruni hunt everyone. We war long time, many die. Must end. Shakan has plan, but must rescue friend first.
They lizard, they snake, they human.
Human.
Are we rescuing the kids first or Spencer?
Spencer.
Y'all live in the land of the lost, and people still fight people when there's other threats to be attacked. Humanity is wonderful, isn't it?
All right.
Sounds about right.
You guys continue down the river for another 10 kilometers or so. You're going much faster than you were on foot. And as your canoes move steadily down the river, you feel tired, as if it might be getting late. But the strange sun that Prince Shakan has called Helifez never sets. In fact, it never even moves, and it is at once both beautiful and disturbing.
We're in Alaska. In the summer.
The jungle here is dark and mysterious. You see black serpents slithering quietly along the riverbank, and crocodile-like eyes emerge from the green water. A pack of pig-like things with hands instead of paws follows your group for a while, and you could almost swear that they whisper Shakan as they fade into the flora.
I'll point those out to him. Does he react?
He just looks at him and continues going. It grows silent for a while, the repetitive lapping of the oars in the water almost putting you to sleep. As you fight your fatigue, you note that the river narrows. Pardon me. The twisted boughs of massive trees stretch overhead, forming a kind of tangled ceiling. Your heart races suddenly as you realize some of the shadows on the tree branches are creature. There's some kind of avian humanoids peering down at you with bright yellow eyes and completely motionless.
Wait, yellow eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't she say something about yellow eyes in her?
Yes, she did. She threw a stone at them and they disappeared.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember that.
I read that right before it disappeared.
Trying to translate. Do Serpentor yellow eyes?
Yes.
Okay. Knowing of the avian things, what are those?
Larendi.
Low-brandy. So, good, bad?
Ugly.
I mean, let me grab a picture of him for you. That is what they look like.
They're like bat boxes, humanoid.
More bat-like than pterodactyl-like.
Primal gargoyles.
Fair enough.
And as you guys continue on, they just watch you quietly.
So I do have this mini card that is alertness
Okay.
Yeah.
that gives us a clue or item that would be otherwise unseen and keeps us from being ambushed or surprised.
Yeah, probably a good one to sit on for the moment.
Yeah.
I'm just so if I forget about it, you guys just need to be like,
Okay.
hey,
All right. You drift for another hour down the river, perhaps 5 kilometers or so. It widens into a series of short rapids. Yes.
you know we're getting tired.
Mainly, you know that kind of lethargy that when you're canoeing, you get the nice heat off the water, the repetitive motion, the quiet river sounds.
No, because to me it's a race and you have to pedal
Oh yeah, that's right. Everything's a competition.
hard and like you can't. It's not relaxing. It's a competition.
Canoeing is relaxing when done
I
right.
should do that next summer.
A canoe competition. Very unlikely to happen.
I know.
Maybe in 2 summers.
But I'm not that to lose.
That's around your due date.
I'm doing January, so I'll have a
Yep.
6-month-old.
Another little squire for the Knights of the Smith
I
dinner
said
table.
another little or litter. I'm like,
I mean, a litter can be one. Alright, as I was saying, it widens into a series of short rapids, shallow fords, and sandy beaches before narrowing again. Another hour passes and it narrows once more, spilling into fast-flowing channels that threaten to dash your canoes to splinters. But even with the rough handling, they seem surprisingly sturdy. Eventually, you pass out of the rapids and once more into slower waters. The canopy closes in again with long, twisting boughs hanging overhead as when you saw the bird creatures. They're not present this time, but the branches are wrapped in what you first take for snakes, but then realize are thick corded vines of some sort. And you guys are just canoeing on down. What are you guys gonna do?
Well, since I'm not driving a boat, I'm gonna kind of lay down and then rest a little bit.
Okay.
that's what I was gonna do. We can't have both people doing it.
Yeah, you can. Masters has got control of his boat.
You're gonna man the boat yourself. It's not a kayak. It's a canoe.
Yeah, you can be by yourself.
It's not as easy,
No.
but it is Buckmaster. So
That's right.
no, I'll let you take a little nap. Then I'll take over.
Okay.
Are we sure they're not snakes?
I mean, they look like vines, but you guys aren't really knowledgeable about this land.
Can we ask?
You're gonna ask Shakan?
Yeah.
Okay. As you get his attention and point it out, he looks up, looks surprised, and he immediately starts paddling to one side.
Okay.
Buckmasters, I think we should do the same.
I follow the dude who knows this.
As you do, he says, in his language, of course, green lurkers. Killer plants. Apparently he was just kind of dazed out and
He was sleeping.
he wasn't sleeping, he just wasn't looking up or anything like that. Finally, you guys hear the distant growing roar of a waterfall. You drift another half hour before you spy what must be a titanic fall into empty air beyond. Prince Shakan motions to the port side of the canoe and points to shore. You land before the current drags you to the falls and beach the boats on a rocky shore. The leopard warrior walks towards the waterfall and the edge of a great, breathtaking chasm. From your vantage, it's roughly the shape of a boot with you on the bottom of the arch. What's below is unknown, for a thick mist begins about 50 meters down and hides everything below. The walls are wet gray shell, and even an expert climber would have difficulty descending these sheer cliffs. And he says, "We must go down."
Alright.
I may have a stupid question.
I may have a stupid answer, so be warned.
Okay. These are snake people, right?
No, these are humans.
The leopard men are humans.
No.
The Daruni?
We're going to.
Humans.
Meridian humans, Serpentis are
Who are we searching? Who has Spencer?
The Daruni,
The Daruni.
Which are the humans?
rival human tribe.
Okay. I just was confused how snakes were
No, that's okay.
doing all this stuff. Like, if a human's gonna have a hard time climbing down, sounds like snakes should probably have a harder time.
actually they might have an easier time.
Because they just go,
Start looking for the pathway that these people must use to get down.
You don't see a path, just a sheer cliff.
I'm just looking.
is there any ropes or anything? Like,
There's lots of jungle vines.
I find it similar to what they are.
What's that?
what's the one with legs and the other one?
Yanti?
Because female monsters are always more humanoid.
Or the bards.
Got different genetics.
Is this the way that Spencer would have been taken?
No. We cannot go the way Spencer was taken.
Why?
You'll understand soon.
Alright, well, I'm pulling out my climbing gear. That's been a good purchase.
I'm gonna cut down some vines and make
Start making rope.
rope.
As you measure out your vines, he keeps pulling more and more and more. And after you guys have everything together, you would guess you guys have about a half a kilometer or so of a vine rope.
That's a lot.
Are the vines
Don't fall.
manipulative enough that we can?
You can tie them together,
harness?
yeah. Harness, yeah, you could do that.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Are you nodding it the entire way too?
I think that probably would be a good idea.
Well, if you knot it, the harness doesn't work as well.
Well, which is easier to climb, knotted or harnessed? Which
Honestly, knotted is going to be easier to climb, but more dangerous if something happens.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do harnessed.
Okay. Go ahead and make survival checks if you're going to make harnesses. Buck already has a climbing kit.
And I rolled well enough on my application that I can fly down.
Okay.
You said it was mine?
Yes. How long does that last?
Concentration.
Okay.
17.
17. All right.
Roll a 20 and then a 1.
You got the 20 in there.
Yeah, I was gonna work for it.
You guys get your harnesses made and you start the trek down. The mist
Was that a
itself.
success?
Yes.
Okay.
The mist itself, it starts at about 50 meters down, and visibility here is considerably less than that once you pass into it. You can only see maybe 10 meters or so. through the mist. And the roar of the waterfall drowns out most every other sound. However, about 100 meters down-ish, you hear a distant buzzing sound. It grows in intensity, seemingly heading straight for you. You see Prince Shakan visibly steel himself, obviously wary. The sounds in fact, grow close and pass directly overhead. The mist swirls and you can almost make out vehicle-sized shapes flying swiftly by, and then they're gone. The buzzing passes up the falls and over the rim before disappearing. And he looks to you guys and says, Daruni, must hurry.
Oh, so they have flying apparatuses of some sort. Or creatures.
Well, if it's a vehicle, I can drive it.
After a pretty arduous
I can set it on
climb,
fire.
It's not a vehicle.
you exit the mist
Or
about
is it
60
something?
meters. You exit the mist about 60 meters above the canyon floor.
Okay.
You're above a massive lake formed by the waterfall. The tall river continues on toward the top of the deep, boot-shaped gorge, winding into what looks like distant farmland and numerous brown huts. On either side of the farms is thick jungle right up to the canyon walls. Left of the lake as you look along the river and perhaps 2 kilometers through the jungle is an obvious stone temple and crowds of people. Prince Shakan nods to the temple and says a single word, Spencer.
Alright, let's go.
Um,
Really ready and we head in that direction.
As you guys finish your climb and move quickly to get into the concealment of the jungle, you notice that Shakan looks visibly relieved once you guys are back under cover of the jungle. And as you follow him through the jungle, he's moving as fast as he can move now, breaking through limbs and crashing noisily through the vegetation with little regard for stealth. Finally, he breaks out into a clearing, and before you is the temple you saw before. Large stone steps between 2 towering columns. At the top of the steps is a priestess in a long leather robe and a strange bug-like mask. Before her is a semi-conscious human, obviously Spencer Marshall from his modern clothing. To either side of the priestess are warriors with long spears standing beside their mounts, giant wasps the size of rhinos.
Ooh,
Far above it all,
I can set them on fire though.
on the cliff wall behind the temple is what you at first take for a statue, but then it moves.
Uh-oh.
It's the head of an even larger wasp the size of a double-decker bus. That's pretty clearly the queen. It watches the ceremony below anxiously as if waiting for its cue. Slowly, it dawns on you that this isn't a sacrifice, it's a hatching ceremony. Spencer is to serve as a host for new wasps.
Well, are wasps like bees and they need the queen?
You're asking if they're a hive mind?
Because I just pyrokinesis them. How far away are they from us?
Quite a ways.
How
And
far is quite a ways?
as you're looking,
50 meters?
more than 50 meters. Between you and the temple are many more natives, mostly simple folk who look like farmers of some sort, but there are thousands of them. And it feels like all the eyes turn towards you at once. Before you have a chance to do anything, a score of the wasp riders launch themselves onto their wasps and take off from the temple, rushing directly towards you.
Would this be when like an older fish would just come in this way?
You're not being surprised.
Would close call be able to be effect?
What does close call do?
Playing need to be spotted by guards, wandering creatures, or other foes that might be avoided.
I would say no, because you're watching Shakan, and from his body language, You can tell he wanted to be seen.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a plot man.
And Shakan stands there.
Why did he not tell us his plan?
Because you never asked it.
I wasn't in the boat with him.
Shakan stands there, unarmed, and as you guys are kind of getting antsy, he just holds up a hand, and he's then steps forward and yells something in a completely different language.
Uh-oh.
He
The-
probably knows English.
Wasp Riders seem confused, and as he stands there waiting for their response, he looks at you and says, I have challenged their champions. If I win, I will ask for Spencer and we can leave. We must all fight, but cannot kill. If we kill, we lose. And
No killings.
he points at your guys' guns and says, when we get to the fighting area, set those on the ground.
Oh, my machete.
As long as you don't kill, it should be fine.
What about my brain powers?
He looks confused.
Do we have translation for brain powers in the book?
No.
Magic.
I don't want to use that word. No, that's not what I do.
I'll try to do.
Midas. Get down.
There's something in his
I know.
chair. He needs a piece of sausage.
The Wasp Riders start shouting something back at him, and he answers, and then he turns and looks at you once more and says, I must take the leader, Mila, alone. You fight the others.
The Wasp Queen?
No. Leader of the Wasp Riders. They escort you to the
Fighting pit? It's a mud wrestling match.
It is not, actually. The priestess stands up here watching as she's flanked by some Wasp Riders. I am going to come back here, add you guys, minus him.
This reminds me of that time I was looking for something off in the desert, and this guy pulled the sword and just starts whittling around and shot him. I don't get to do that this time.
So I have this card here that says tests for active defense don't generate a minimum +1 bonus for the remainder of the battle.
Yeah. That's for both sides.
Yeah, but do we ever use active defense?
Well, here's the thing. All Storm Knights gain one possibility at play.
I'm down for an extra possibility.
And that was my thought. Like, we don't really active defend very often. Mostly because we usually go first.
The best defense is a good offense.
Would you guys like me to play that?
Sure.
Can I play that,
Go
James?
for it.
What is it?
It is the best defense. So tests for active defense don't generate a minimum +1 bonus for the remainder of the battle.
Okay.
I didn't know that they did, but we all get one storm or one possibility.
Well, you guys never use active defense. So
Correct.
I never had the chance to tell you that it gives you a minimum bonus of 1.
I mean, I would probably use it for this, but
You can use it. You just have to roll better, right?
Yeah. It just doesn't provide a minimum. You can still get
Yeah.
more than that.
And you can still get just +1. You just have to get the whatever.
I mean, I get a +1 for each my right arm anyways.
What about your left arm?
All right.
Oh no, that's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
As you guys are getting ready, and are you guys going to drop your guns down on the ground?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'll pull out my katana and just stick it tip down on the ground.
I mean, he said I didn't have to give up my machete, so I'll keep it with me.
Right. Shakan turns and says very quietly to you, letting the noise of the crowd kind of cover what he's saying. And he says, "If I fall, make your way to the cliff wall behind the temple. You will find help there." And with that, he turns.
So when we all have to wear masks, instead of smiling at people, I'm going to start. James said that might be a little creepy.
It is a little creepy. Winking at people.
Especially old people.
Contacts.
The wasp riders, you notice, all turn their spears around, so that way they're not using the sharp end. They're all dressed in fine leather armor, and they seem
Oh, we're all going at once?
stronger and healthier, yes, than the villagers. Their leader, who you know is named Mila, thanks to Shakan, seems to exude power and confidence with every step. She has long golden hair, cinnamon skin, and brilliant green eyes. There is a long scar that runs from her throat to her breastplate. And Shakan and she both move off to the side to square off against each other. And then we go into action rounds. First card up.
Let's roll for numbers.
All right. Move this up a little. Cena's standard. Villains go first. Heroes have a flurry. Approved actions are intimidate and taunt. However, the villains gain an extra 5 meters of movement or an extra 15 if they run.
What's flurry?
Flurry means everybody takes an action
And just go again.
and then you go again. Alright, so they rush forward. What is their speed? Oh, I can do it this way.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Antagonists. Below.
Unarmed is just strength, right?
Say again?
Unarmed damage is just strength.
Yes.
Sign opposed.
Where did it say? Lost Rider. Okay.
I mean, if
Alright.
people
Their
lose
move
something,
is going to be normally 10. However, for this round it is 15. And they rush forward, screaming some battle cry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And this one can easily make it up. Each of you have been engaged by one. As the one rushes up, I'll wait to do hers. As the one rushes up on Buck, she lashes out with her spear like it's a club. And I am going to guess that a 4 is going to be a miss on melee
it's a
weapons.
sudden miss.
Then the next one takes a swing at Jean. She, however, has a 16 on her melee weapons. What is your melee or unarmed combat?
Let's see, I guess I have my power dagger out, so melee defense is a 9.
So she gets a good success on you, striking you hard with the butt end of her spear, and I forgot to grab my... What is your toughness?
Toughness is 8.
8. So strength plus 2 plus 5 more. And it's probably a good thing that they aren't hitting you with the other end, because you do notice on the spear tips, there does appear to be like this gooey substance coating them. Alright, so 15 versus 9 is a result of 6. That is going to be 1 wound and 2 shock.
Alright, let's see.
You gonna-
Using reality to attempt to soak this.
Yep, spend a possibility. What's up? Okay.
Reality on this man.
That's under other.
11 on the die is +0, so I got an 11.
Alright, so with a standard success, you reduce all 1 wound and all shock. So you manage to soak it. The next one takes a swing at Edgelord and promptly misses. And as she does, her spear slips out of her hand.
Sweet.
The last one takes a swing at Scarlet. Scarlet, does a 6 beat your melee or unarmed combat?
No.
Okay.
Did we get told any rules about
No killing.
we have no killing?
There's no killing, that's it.
That was it?
Yep.
Drug masters.
Alright, it's the hero's turn. Who wishes to go first?
Alright, I will actually go first. You said that spear kind of slipped out of her hands, so it's right next to me. Would picking up be like a simple action?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of reach down and swipe it up, and obviously pointing the blunt end that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are actually going to, let's see, multi-target 4, so that's going to be a -6. We are going to try to enhance everybody's dexterity. And I believe Buck is the highest at +11.
No, that's my dex is an 8. You're
Eight?
taking a joke.
Yeah, my dex is an 8 as well.
What's your dex show?
7.
Alright, so mine's the highest at 10. That's 14, that's +2, that's 18, that's a good success.
That was all broken. I dropped it.
Alright. And Mike, you had 8, you said?
Yes.
Anybody who has 8 or lower gets +3 to dex.
No, it's 11.
And then
Is that good for?
It's good for 3 rounds.
3 rounds?
Yep, and then my dex goes up by 2.
You said by 3.
Yeah, if you're below 8. 8 or below.
Alright. Who's next?
Buck's gonna whirlwind the 3 and target the one that attacked me with Intimidate.
Alright, so multi-action.
Yes. I'm at a -6. And even though I rolled a 16, I have enough possibilities that I am going to spend 1. A second 16, so it could be 2 +10 -6 is 4. So 16 on the Intimidate and a 14 on the melee weapons.
Alright, so you do strike all 3 of them. And 16, you got a good success on the intimidation. Do you want her stymied or vulnerable?
Let's go with stymied.
And what?
Opponent fails and rock hard.
And you got a willpower.
Alright, how much damage did you do?
Any bonus damage?
No.
Okay, well then that is 9 points of damage.
Alright.
Non-lethal.
Makes her toughness of 8. So they all take 2 shock.
Oh, I'm sorry. Add another 3 to that.
So 12 minus the toughness.
You forgot your dex, didn't you?
4.
Yeah, I forgot my dex bonus.
So that is still the same.
Okay. So 17 didn't net me a bonus dice on the to hit.
Oh, I need to step away for a moment.
Alright. Who's next?
Well, I suppose I'll attempt to fake out the one coming after me.
Okay. So maneuver,
Yeah, trick.
trick. So faking them out like a body movement would be maneuver. Trick would be like, hey, what's that? Or look out, there's a T-Rex.
Which could happen.
It could happen.
Well, I guess, okay, so any non-verbal trickery is maneuver then?
Yes. If it's a physical movement, it's going to be maneuver.
Alright, well, I guess I'll just...
And you can do a trick. You're just trying to draw their attention away from what you're doing.
Okay. Alright, I'll attempt maneuver then, so swipe left.
Okay. Target number is 12.
Alright. Well, here goes nothing. Ooh, 16 on the die, so that is plus 3, and thanks to the dex buff, I make it with a 14.
Alright, do you want her stymied or vulnerable?
Stymied, I suppose.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, so all these Wasp Tribe warriors are women then.
All of the Wasp Riders are women that you see currently.
It's as if, worshipping wasps made them matriarchy.
So that leaves just Scarlet. What is Scarlet going to do? Is she going to look over her powers and see what's useful?
Mom, can I do pyrokinesis non...
No, that's not something you can do non-lethally.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I thought I'd ask that question. Second question. Oh, it's how long? So it's my concentration. What is my concentration?
So you have to spend an action every round to maintain it.
Oh.
So that would make everything multi-actions. And until you pick up the power or the perk that allows you to cast multiple psionic abilities at once, you can only maintain one.
Let's see, where's the little book here?
It's on the shelf behind me.
Okay, so I probably don't want to do pyrokinesis. Although he said if I fall, and I'm wondering why he feels that they're going to be allowed to kill us, but we're not allowed to kill them.
No, they're not allowed to kill you. He basically is saying if he loses.
Yeah, because he's basically trading his life for Spencer's.
But if we win, we get both of them, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to... Would you guys like to have your physical defenses increased by 1
Or more.
or more?
Yeah. I mean, that'd be nice. I'd like that.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'm
What's the
saying-
power?
Awareness?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep. No, that's fine. That is a solid use of that power.
I'd say, since we're not trying to kill each other, it sounds like... Should I
19
do
is
it
pretty good.
this turn, or should I do it my flurry turn? I should probably do it next turn.
On your flurry turn?
Because if I can hit somebody here...
Yeah. Because your multi-action resets and all that stuff for flurry.
Right. And I have to keep up the concentration, so I have to... Everything will be a multi-action after this one. So we're gonna pause.
No, I understand.
I'm going to.
Buck already hit that lady in front of you. Just kind of bruised her.
I don't think I'm a very intimidating person. I'm going to.
When I get the Darkhold book, your list of powers is going to change and expand.
That's good.
Can I grab my flashlight and pop it on the head?
I mean, you can just hit it with the butt of your machete handle.
Yeah, you could hit her with the butt of
Okay,
your
I'll-
machete.
I just feel like.
But if you want, you can you can yank your flashlight off your belt and smack her with it.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
Okay. All right, make an unarmed. This is going to be unarmed combat.
A 7,
You can use +3.
8, 9, 10.
10 against their melee
It's
of
7 plus 3, right? Not add on my dice.
Yeah, because it's the 3-year dex.
Okay.
their melee weapons is 12, so that's going to be a miss. Unless you want to change your story. Look out for a possibility where you actually hit her. She's thinking about it.
No, we're just gonna. I'm okay.
Move your mic down just a little, Mike.
Down?
Or up. Away from your nose. I can hear you breathing.
Sorry.
No. I'll let it ride.
Okay. Alright, then we go into the flurry actions. Who's going to go first on flurry?
Alright. So you're gonna
I was gonna do my
stuff.
awareness because I can do that first. That's true.
Alright.
Alright, so roll the appropriate skill. And how many people can you include?
All allies within a range of 10 meters as the radius.
Alright, so that is going to get Shakan as well.
Each one is 1.
Yep. Each hex is 1 meter.
We're going to use a possibility for this. So that'll be 18 because I rolled 5.
What's your difficulty?
10.
So right now you have a good success.
Or my target number is 10. So we use that.
Yeah. You said you had an 18?
No, that's
Yeah.
what.
My die
So you got a +5.
Okay.
I have a 16, so that is still a good success.
That is still a good success.
Uh,
Which I believe is a +2 to all
It is +2 to all
physical defenses.
physical defenses.
So
And it-
dodge, melee weapon, or melee defense, and unarmed defense all go up by 2.
nice.
For as long as she holds concentration on that.
Well, don't worry. We'll fix that for you, Cheryl.
Alright. Who wishes to go
My
next?
ability to
So,
concentrate.
Scarlet's right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We're gonna haste her.
Oh, that gets rid of my penalty for my first multi-action?
Yeah, as she focuses for a moment and you see a little bit of blood drip out of her nose, and then it feels like there's this force field cocooning each of you.
20. So you get to ignore the first 4 points of multi-action for a full minute, Cheryl.
And each round is
10 seconds. So 6 rounds.
Alright. Is it going to be Buck or is it going to be Jean?
Let's see. Whose speaker is using this mixture?
Alright,
I'm
so
first go.
we have Buck, Scarlet, you,
No.
Oh, sorry. You. And then Edgelord.
What's your name?
Choose Western.
Alright. Well, I suppose now that I've faked her out, I'll try striking with the butt end of the dagger.
Okay. And I put that on the wrong person.
So plus 6 onto melee weapons of 9 plus 3 is 12. So 18 to hit.
18 is going to be a good success.
Is that
Alright.
what you're going to do next, too?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess would the butt end of the dagger be strength plus 1?
Yeah, strength plus 1.
Alright, so that would be 7 plus 3 is 10.
10 versus her toughness of 8 is going to be 2 shock.
Alright.
All right, Buck.
Buck is going to intimidate the one on Edgelord while striking the one that tried to stab me.
Okay. Oh wait, this goes on until the next roll.
That 19, so 6 plus 2 plus 4. Okay. So that is a 17 on the attack and a 19 on the intimidation.
17 on the attack. And I realize I messed this up last time. That is going to be a bonus die.
So she get 2 bonus die this time.
No.
Oh, my Cheryl, who's going to part that necklace now?
Yeah, because of Cheryl, they're going to have a hard time hitting you.
Well, and me too.
Yep.
Plus 3 dex, plus 2 defensiveness.
That is going to be 20 points of non-lethal damage.
Against the one that you were only striking one, correct?
Correct. I was just striking the one in front of me this time.
All right. She drops to the ground, unconscious.
And then the one on Wesley was a 19 to the intimidating.
Okay. That's going to be a good success. Do you want her stymied or vulnerable?
We'll go vulnerable.
We're starting the full mic.
Second chance, and we're gonna draw.
Find out. Come on. Supporter. Is what you drew.
Yep. And I think that was it for the turn.
There we go.
Except for Leopard Dude. The Ballad of Leopard Dude who lost Pearl.
All right. And you guys see out of the corner of your eye during this round, both of them are matching each other strike for strike. Circling around each other, exchanging short flurries of blows. Alright, then we go into the next round. On the Living Lands drama deck. Which I need to go through and do all the other drama decks. I'm going to do that this weekend. Alright. You guys hear a distant roar. Everybody make a difficulty number 14 fear test. So either willpower or spirit.
What is this?
Fear test.
I got a 16.
What happens if you fail?
It becomes stymied.
What's stymied mean?
-2 to all skills. Or to all skill rolls.
For how long?
One
What's the target
round.
number?
14.
Perfect. Hit it right on the money.
And I
For
missed
how
that
long?
one.
The stymied until the next round.
I'm okay. I fail. Not a 1 fail, but
Alright. Villains go first, and as they do, more Wasp Riders join the fray as they see their companion go down.
Cheers.
I mean, if you guys had reinforcements, you could probably summon them in. This one comes rushing up to Buck. This one will go after Edgelord, aka Wesley. And the one on Scarlet's going to go first with her swing. That's a 13 to hit Scarlet.
what?
13, your unarmed combat. Or, yeah, your unarmed combat.
You get your plus dex and your plus defense.
Oh.
Which is like a total of +5.
Well, the +2 doesn't affect me.
Okay, so it's a +3.
So it's 7, 10 is my number.
So she does still hit you, but it is not a bonus die. What is your toughness?
My total toughness?
Yep.
9.
9 versus her damage of 10 is going to be 2 shock.
Give me some shot.
The next one. Actually, the one that was on Wesley switches targets, and 2 of them go after Buck because he seems to be the most, and they're going to miss. One on Wesley misses. Let's change dice. And that didn't matter as the last one misses against Jean. Now it's the hero's turn.
What's the setback?
The reinforcements.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Alright, let's see. Are you going to do any buffing?
I think what else we would. Bob.
You okay?
Do you know what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Any of these friends?
Yeah. That'd be a total of -6. So yeah, we will cast Enhance. Buck, what's your strength? You're probably the highest.
Oh, my strength's only 7.
7,
6.
6. What's your strength?
Something like 13,
No.
No.
5.
5. Alright, so 7 is my low number, or is my high number. So yeah, we're gonna kind of like flex a little bit to give basically the group right here plus to their strength. 1, that's 18. So everybody's gonna get +3 to their strength for 3 rounds.
Nice.
Very nice.
And then that's ticked down, or this will tick down, and this will tick down.
Buck is just going to target all 3 that are around him for -4.
Okay.
This is still 5.
That's stupid. I should have gone before you because my thing you gave me. I think it's good.
It's a number of rounds.
Right.
So
It doesn't end on his turn. It ends after the last
okay.
person's turn on that round.
Yeah.
I understand.
I just took it down during me to remind myself that I need to pull it back up.
That makes sense. I was confused.
Now the enhancements do.
Alright, that is an 18 to hit all of them.
Alright, that is going to be 1 bonus die.
Except on the last one, it's going to be 2, because she has a -4.
Yep.
Look at you know it's a math.
I learned it from you, Joe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. That was 15 damage. No, 17 damage. After the,
17.
then the other one gets an additional 5 on top of that.
All right. As you whirl your, what are you using?
One of the rock spears.
As you whirl your spear around like a staff, you smack the first one in the noggin. She drops like a sack of potatoes. You bring the butt up into the gut of the next, knocking the wind out of her as you strike her right in the solar plexus, and she drops. The last one, you just swing upward, knocking her right in the legs, taking them out from underneath her, and as she falls, her head smacks against the ground, bringing her to unconsciousness.
None of them are dead, though, right?
No. When you're doing non-lethal damage, wounds just become a KO.
And then I'm just gonna lift up the staff above my head and shout out, "Are you not entertained?" Even though none of them
We can get the book out and translate it for you.
Well, they don't speak the same languages.
It doesn't matter.
Supporter gets dropped in the pool. No draw.
Oh, I have 2 in the pool now, don't I?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go tuck the kid in real quick.
Okay.
Good night, kids.
Okay. So we heard the distant roar, so I'm just going to look behind my opponent like I'm scared at this point, so it's a
Point.
try and trick guy. And then I'll, if she looks the other way, I'll smack.
Let's see. And her stymied went away because it's your turn.
But I am stymied.
You are stymied. Yes.
Did you get something up over there instead of
An
up here?
actual 20.
Yes.
Plus 17, so 37.
You want me to move it over there?
I just keep
11,
thinking it's the baby
But it's the
bug.
minus 2 for the stymied on it.
Yeah,
So 9.
multi-action.
Alright, so 7 after the multi-action stymied. So trick is 18.
18. Let me turn the volumes down here.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
It doesn't sound like the baby anymore. But that noise was
Yeah.
just low enough that I kept going,
Is that D? Oh, D unplugged the camera. I forgot to plug it back in.
I wondered, because I looked, which is why I got up.
All right.
But that kind of it's a deep noise.
Let's see. You were tricking 18 versus her trick of 8. So you want her? What do you want her to do? Because this is a player's call result.
I guess turn around and look for the dinosaur.
All right.
And then the
And stymied or vulnerable?
vulnerable.
All right.
And then I guess I already pulled my targets.
All right.
So the melee weapons, then the plus 7, on to the plus 3 for edge towards dex bonus, gives me a plus 10.
I thought you were just tricking her.
Nope, he did both. He took in the penalty
Okay.
for it.
Yep.
Already accounted for the penalty.
Okay.
Yep.
I did not hear the hitting her too.
It's because I was talking to you.
Okay, so net 10 on to my melee weapons brings it to a 19 to hit.
That'll be 2 bonus dice. Capping out the bonus dice.
And now, of course, I roll a 1 and a 2.
Oh.
We do have the strength buff. So it's 7, 10, 13.
13 is 3 result points, which is 2 more shock. All right.
Your kid went to bed that easily?
Yeah.
It's just he's real. You just have to prevent getting the kids.
And I do get
Scarlet,
card
I
for the
believe
drink.
you are the only one left.
Okay. So I am going to.
Can I do one thing?
Oh yeah, that's.
Concentrate.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to blow up your mind. Moving, is that an action?
No, it's part of an action.
And I can move 7.
Yep.
Can I move through people who are...
Unconscious? Yes.
Your movement goes up to your dexterity.
Yep, your movement's 10 currently.
Okay. So can I get behind the guy that's opposite of Buck? Or no,
Jean or Wesley?
Get in there and get both of them.
I'll go to get both. Okay. So I want to attack these two guys
Okay.
and concentrate.
All
And I
right.
have Nick's thing, which takes one of them away, right?
It takes 4 points of it away, so this is going to be
Straight up?
straight up.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Haste is an amazing spell.
That is an amazing spell. I feel like we're going to be doing that quite a bit
Yeah.
because you guys love the extra defense, which is pretty cool, I think.
Just wait till I start casting 2 spells per turn.
Or she can cast 2 psionic abilities per turn.
Well, both of those things are going to happen.
Is this only the second round?
Yeah.
What number am I looking for?
Well, the one, it depends. It's 12 for the one that's not vulnerable.
And for the one that is vulnerable?
8.
I got an 8.
All right. What is the damage?
And your
I-
strength is buffed by 3.
Oh. So
Your dex impacts your hit
that's 10. I'm at 11
Okay.
for your attack.
for my attack, yeah. Not that that changes anything, but and what kind of damage does my flashlight do?
Strength.
Just my strength?
Just strength.
8.
This is
8.
increased by 3.
That is
I
2
did that.
more shots.
How many shots do these things have?
You'd be surprised.
I'd say 8 to 10.
Well, that one now has
And
6 or 7 others.
tokens.
must be 6.
All right. And now it takes us into the next round.
Are we allowed to go help him?
Yeah. It's 1.
He said no, that he had to face her alone.
But can we go over and like intimidate her?
I mean, that would be interfering. Intimidation is a hostile action.
I mean, technically, we're kind of cheating already.
Why?
Because your aura.
Magic.
With what?
Your aura.
Yeah, it's not visible.
Yeah.
All right, sprint for it. Heroes gain an extra 5 meters of movement or an extra 15 if they run. Villains go first, heroes go second. Intimidate and maneuver are the approved actions.
Hold on, I wasn't supposed to be allowed to do my...
No, you did your thing, but they don't see it, so they don't know that you're interfering.
Oh, because I'm aiding him.
Technically.
All right, the one on...
What's going on in that fight?
right now, they have been matching each other blow for blow.
It's like a really boring soccer game.
Yeah. Does a 12 melee weapons hit Wesley?
No.
All right, and then
19 currently.
other one,
Maybe you.
6 and 18 versus
John.
Jean.
Let's see. Melee defense is at +5. So that's a total of 14.
All right, so it hits, but it does not get a bonus die. What is your toughness?
Let's see. Strength bonus increases toughness, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, okay, so it's 8 then.
8. So 10 minus 8 is 2. You're going to take 2 shock.
Yeah, it doesn't affect toughness or shock.
Okay.
Shock doesn't do anything until you get...
Until you hit 0 shock.
Alright.
Then you
max
become
one.
KO'd. Yeah, if you're counting up, you hit your max. All right. That was both of them. Now it's your guys' turn.
Well, I'll go first.
Okay, what you doing?
Rinse and repeat.
All right.
Exactly the same thing.
All right, so
8.
that's 2 more shock on that woman, and she
Because
drops
I have
to
an
the
11
ground,
10 now instead of 1. I rolled 1
unconscious. Who's next?
Wesley, is your deck still up this round? Okay. I suppose I'll move into her space and then attempt to fake out the one going after Wesley since my maneuver is improved a little bit with this deck spot. So that's 11 plus whatever this does. 11.
My camera went all blurry again.
Alright, I'll throw this adrenaline to make it a 14 to maneuver.
14 versus their 12 is a success. You want her vulnerable or stymied?
Vulnerable.
All right, who's next? We have Wesley and Buck left.
Buck will go. Walk up and just straight spear. Nominal. So that is 18 to hit.
18 is going to net you a bonus die.
Uh, 26.
And she is quite unconscious. All right. As she falls, you guys glance over towards the fight between Mila and Shakan, and you see Mila making an overhead strike at Shakan. He blocks it easily with a spear and then angles the tip up into the blonde's jaw. She then falls to her knees from this single blow and smiles up at the prince. As the dumbfounded crowd is silent, Shakan and Mila both start walking up the stairs over here. And they ascend the staircase, standing halfway between the crowd and the fuming priestess above. Shakan then takes Mila's hand and says something to the priestess, then turns to the crowd and yells something else. A few of the villagers cheer, but are quickly silenced by the furious majority. Shakan then looks down at you and says, in surprisingly good English, "I have claimed my prize, the hand of Mila, champion of the honored wasp riders. There will now be peace amongst our people. I am sorry I lied to you." The priestess is screaming at Mila while Shakan ascends the steps to Spencer. He motions for you to join him. You guys gonna follow him up?
Yeah.
What just happened?
He basically lied to us.
Dude,
to get his number.
this.
But we still get Spencer.
As you join him up there, Spencer looks up at you in a stupor. He's obviously been drugged. And he stammers, "Shakan? The queen, she's gonna end in my... Oh man, bad juju." Shakan then looks at you guys and, speaking just loud enough for you guys to hear him, he says, "I cannot command the priestess until the wedding. You must take Spencer while I distract them. Head for the cliff, there." And he motions for the cliff wall about 100 yards behind the temple. "Look for my people. They will protect you. Go, now."
Alright.
Grab Spencer and GTFO.
Alright, and as you guys move, Shakan
Marry
heads
her?
Yeah.
towards the
That's
priestess
the entire time.
and Mila and moves so as to block their view of you guys. As you guys help Spencer to his feet, he immediately starts feeling around his stomach and his chest. Almost like he's checking to make sure he's not already impregnated. And are you guys going to take off?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys head off at pretty much a full sprint.
So we have to just square down the 4 cards.
And as you guys make it about halfway, you hear the priestess scream, followed by the collective howls of the bloodthirsty crowd. As you glance back over your shoulder, dozens of villagers begin to give chase, spilling over and around the temple in their haste to capture you. Things then go from bad to worse as a terrible and excited buzzing sound comes from the queen on the cliff high above. She's clearly ready to lay her eggs and does not want to be denied. You see her begin to struggle free, cracking the jagged cave she lives in and sending a shower of heavy rocks tumbling below her. However, as the rocks fall, they uncover a boon. You see 2 hidden leopard warriors stepping out of the foliage and quickly motion for you to join them. They point towards 2 large wicker baskets attached to vines leading high above. Looks like each basket can hold approximately 5 riders.
Alright. Getting in the basket.
All right. Let's go to this map. And
Oh, look, it's along the burger baskets.
Oh, I picked
Willpower and transfer.
all right, who wishes to be in which basket?
I'm taking Spencer and dumping him into the first basket.
with me.
I'll go with them.
I'll go with the second basket then.
Yep, I will also do the second basket, and we're going to have one of each of the warriors with us.
No, the warriors are staying below.
Okay. So they're basically hoisting us up?
You're being pulled from above,
Okay.
and it looks like they are staying to draw off attention.
Try to waylay them a little bit.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, the baskets are moving fairly quickly.
What are they in? Water?
No, they're being pulled up the cliffside. Oh, let me move
By
the
vines.
Let me move the maps on here. There we go. And as you guys reach about 50 meters off the ground, you see the wasp riders you fought earlier appear in the sky, shaking their spears in fury as they race directly towards you. Now I need to keep track of the rounds. Because from this point, it's going to be a race.
A race, you say?
It's not dramatic skill resolution. Alright, scene is dramatic. And as we get into the first round,
Do we refill our hands and scenes or axe?
scenes.
But we don't refill our desk or our.
You don't refill your possibilities, no.
No, I meant the
Got it.
deposit cards.
No. Ah, this is going to be a fun one. And I am assuming you guys grabbed your gear. I'm not going to be that guy this time. All right.
Like I would let the rest get moved behind. Come on, man.
I mean, he has a name.
All right. This is where they are. Good thing Kristen's not playing, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she's scared of wasps.
She doesn't like bugs.
And you might as well get the large blast template ready too.
All right. Sharpen blades. Heroes go first, villains go second with a setback. This ought to be good. Approved actions are attack and maneuver, and melee weapon attacks by either side are favored this round. Meaning, if you don't like your first roll, you can throw it away and roll a second time, but you have to take the second one. All right. At the speed you're going, you're guessing it's going to take you roughly a minute to reach the top.
6 rounds.
A little more than a minute. Sorry, 10 rounds.
It's almost 2 minutes. 10 and a half. 10 and 40.
All right. Who wishes to go first?
Oh, we do get to go first.
Yep.
Well,
I will.
What you gonna do?
I can kill these guys, right? They have a brain.
You can set them on fire.
I'm gonna pyrokinesis them.
You going after the wasp or the rider? Now, before you decide, remember Shakan is trying to force an alliance. So killing their people might put him in a bad position.
I was gonna go after the wasps.
Okay. Force them to the ground.
Yeah. I mean, it might hurt the people too, but I'm gonna do the front 3.
Going after all three?
Yeah. Well, what's their dodge defense? Dodge or dex?
All right. So let me bring up their dodge.
This is the thing, so we don't have these anymore.
correct. We are currently straight up characters.
Did I not put the giant wasps in here? How did I miss that? Alright, that's going to be... So 82. Yeah, apparently I did not... Well, let me see. Oh, I need to add the giant wasps. Alright, the wasp's dodge is 13. Now, as long as the riders are in their harnesses, and this is weird, because as they come flying up, you would expect them to be riding on the backs of the wasps. They're not. They're actually in harnesses underneath the wasp.
Okay. So my pyrokinesis is kinesis, which is 13. What was just the number? 13.
13.
Okay.
So you got to break even at the very least. Actually, if you're going for all three, that's a -4.
A -4.
You need a 17 or better.
So you got to get at least a +4.
Okay. Not with that. Um. 15.
15, so that'll miss him. You got to, sorry, your total was 15.
Yeah.
My bad. That does hit. All three of them. What's the damage?
I'm like, you told me it was 13.
I was
got
thinking
15.
I was thinking 17. I apologize. You needed to roll a total of 17.
Yeah. The damage is 14 fire.
14 fire. Versus, let's see. Their exoskeleton will protect them, so that's going to be 2 shock each.
It says there's no range penalty, comma, cover/conceal/multi-target applies. Those things do apply,
Yep.
but range is not.
Yep. You can see, you can get it. Alright.
Who's next?
So, can you show me what a large burst looks like? Again?
Yep.
It's big.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
It'll probably be on the one that's in the center of the front.
Okay, and you can get 3 out of 4 eyes.
There. Let me get these guys in an actual hex.
Yeah,
Move
let's
them down
target
to-
the one that's going to give me the most
There we
bang for
go.
my buck.
Alright, so that guy is in a hex, this guy's in a hex, this guy is not, so put him there. He's in a hex, and he's in a hex. There we go. So you would get 3 of them.
Goes over half.
Yep.
That's fine. Is there any way I can get the front 3? No. Because it'd be based off the center of that model, right?
No, I didn't move that guy down into... Hold on, let me make sure he is in a hex. Ah, there we go. I'm going to roll randomly. Alright, so I'll put him there.
So that one's going to be 2.
Mm-hmm. Unless you chose... no, looks like 2 already.
So 2 is going to be my maximum. Alright, well, we will target that giant wasp. And we're going to cast Fear on it.
Okay.
See if it actually does anything.
Is there spirit or willpower?
Correct.
So... Target number is 6.
Okay.
They don't have willpower and their spirit is only 6.
13, it's plus 4, 18. That's going to be an outstanding success. They're going to be very stymied and get plus 2 shock.
Alright.
If they are susceptible to fear, and that includes, the total is going to be 18, because it'll affect the riders that are attached to those as well.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and you had high enough to get a player's call.
Cool, so,
You want them to flee?
yep, we'll have those 2 flee.
Okay. Alright. That leaves Buck and John. Who wants to go?
So I guess, do these guys need to make any kind of check to fly after us? Yeah, okay.
Let's do. Can I tell that 2 of them are looking to venture out?
You can tell that the 2 riders look terrified and they're turning away.
Okay. Well, then, since they look to be turning away, I'm going to lay some suppressive fire down on the 4 remaining. So we get -6. Actually, we'll make that a -2 by long bursting this.
Just uses a ton of ammo.
Yep.
So actually, -2. This is 16.
You know what? I'll check the possibility of 16 plus 19 is 35. Alright, that's going to be a 17 against their intimidation or spirit.
Alright. So it's 11 for the Wasp Riders. And for the Wasps, because they're all in the same hexes, their intimidation is defense 16. So, what was your total again?
17, I think.
Alright, so that's going to be, you want them stymied or vulnerable?
They get stymied on a standard success. Good success means very stymied. Outstanding means they get damage as well. So they're just stymied.
What are we throwing in our full mic?
We will throw opponent fails.
Alright, that leaves Jean.
Okay.
You notice that they're dodging the rattle of automatic fire.
Alright. Well, I'll try and add to that hailstorm. I'll take out a few coins and cast bullet.
Okay, who are you casting it on?
I'll go after the front wasp.
Okay.
So, let's see, there's an application attack.
Its dodge is 13.
That's a d12 and a d20.
Why do you have a d12 out?
You just
marking.
need to count.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yep.
Nick makes us count in this game.
Okay.
damn it, Nick.
Okay, so that's gonna miss because my dice don't like me this round.
Telling you, Shirley, you make us little standees with everybody's stats on one side, or actually on both sides, and that way you can just wet erase over it.
Alright.
Alright, that takes us to the buildings. These two, oops.
Makes a basis for us.
This one spins and flies away, bumping into those guys.
Does it knock them off course?
It causes them to lose their actions. This guy bumps into that one, and that's going to make them both vulnerable.
So we only have the one that actually gets an action.
Two of them.
Okay.
This one flies forward. Let's see, let me count the hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to effectively run. So that's -4, -2 more. All right, and as it gets there, it is going to try and bite. No, not bite. It's going to try and sting Buckmasters. And it's going to miss horrendously. And the Wasp Rider, she lashes out with her spear and does a... She's got the -2 as well.
Nothing hits Buck ever.
10 plus...
Question is does he want to use his favorite test?
Okay.
Nope, not on this roll. Does a 16 hit Buckmasters?
It is a good success, actually.
Alright, so that's going to be 1 bonus die for a total of... Oh, I gotta double check that roll too. That is a total of 14. What is your toughness?
7.
7? So it's 7 result points, which would be 1 wound and 2 shock.
We'll soak that. That is a 16, or no, 18 on the reality check.
Alright, that's enough to soak it all. 265.
Oh, we recover what, 1 shock per minute?
Yeah.
So would the run over to the cliff side get rid of hers?
Yep. Alright.
I thought we had to be like resting. And I figured the run wasn't very restful.
Alright, so you've soaked, so that doesn't affect you.
Out of
Alright, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the wasp stings at, oh, we'll go with Jean. Does a on combat of 12. Does a 12 hit you? No, sorry, a 10.
Let's see here. Yes, it does.
Alright.
Just barely.
You are going to take 14 damage.
Ooh, that's 6 result points.
Alright. That is going to be 1 wound and 2 shock.
Alright, let's attempt to soak this. Yeah. Nope, the soak does not succeed.
Alright.
Oh, but I got a second chance card, so I can attempt to roll better with this stupid die. And that succeeds.
Alright, so you take nothing, and the rider stabs out at, well, she misses. She misses horribly. Alright, those two lost their actions and they're vulnerable until the end of next round. That brings us to the initiative card, which is going to be alright, this round, the intimidation skill becomes based on strength rather than spirit. Villains go first, heroes are confused, which means you cannot play cards from your pool.
Yep.
Approved actions are intimidate and trick. Alright, so these guys will rush forward. They are effectively going to be running. This one really did not like gunfire. Alright, so the one on the southern basket. The wasp stings out once again at Jean. It's going to be a +4, so 16 on the unarmed combat.
See, that's a good success.
9, 2, 14, 23 damage.
Okay, let's see that.
And you don't have any armor, do you?
I have 2 points of armor.
Ah, the stinger blasts right through that.
Okay.
It has an AP of 2.
Okay.
So that increases it by 2. So that'll be, what did I say, 23, so 25.
Okay, versus a toughness of 8.
Okay. It's going to be 25 minus 8 is 17 result points. So that's going to be 3 wounds and 6 shock.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
3 wounds and 8 shock, sorry. Because of the poison.
Yep, I'll attempt to soak this
You will soak
nonsense. Let's see. 16 on the die is +3.
Onto your reality.
Reality, which makes it a total of 14. Can I spend to increase the result?
Yeah.
Alright. So 16 plus
While you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and roll for the rider. And she's going to miss
18.
Wes again.
28 plus 16. 34. So plus 12. So that brings it to a total of 23.
Okay. That soaks it all. However, you are poisoned. No, because you soaked it. Never mind. Alright, so one wasp,
Poison?
2 wasps miss Buck. The riders both attack. That's going to be plus 7 minus 2, so plus 5. 15 against Buck.
That will hit with a good success.
That's going to be 15 damage versus your toughness.
Actually, you know what? We'll just pitch opponent tails.
Alright.
They're confused.
You're confused.
Oh, well then, yeah. Never mind.
Can't do that.
Alright. What was your toughness?
7.
7. 15 minus 7 is 8. That's going to be 1 wound and 2 shock.
We'll spend the possibility of soak. That's 17 total.
17. That completely cancels out the damage. And then the last wasp, let's see, they do have reach. It's going to sting, or attempt to sting, Scarlet. Actually, it's not. And as it drops below you guys, the wasp rider tries to snag Spencer and misses. So the northernmost wasp is about 10 meters below you. And we're in round 2. So that takes us to the heroes. Intimidate and trick.
Alright. It's time to get this party started. Drawing weapons, simple action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm going to draw out my katana. And then we're going to kind of do like this little duck and move, enhance. And we'll give the actual party members try to raise their dexterity.
Okay, you adding Spencer into that as well?
You know what? We're trying to save them, but no.
Okay.
So net minus
Does it
6.
cost, or is it harder if you just
Yeah.
Ooh. Spend a possibility on that. Alright, it's 15 plus 2 is 19. Everybody at dexterity 9 or below gets plus 3. 10 or above gets plus 2.
Alright, words.
Alright, who's next?
Well, now that I've got the surge of dexterity going, I'm gonna call shot wing on the vulnerable wasp that's right next to me with the truncheon.
Alright, so that's going to be -2 for its wing. However, they are larger and they are up in your face, so that'll cancel it out.
Okay.
So no minus on that. Oof. And
24.
That is a couple of bonus dice.
That's a 4, that's a 6. Roll. That's a 14.
23 points of damage to that wing.
Alright. And they drop out of sight. You see, as you glance over, you see that the wasp rider is trying to twist the wasp, so that way it lands first. And
I will drop a second.
chance.
alright, so we still have Jean and Scarlet.
Aim for the wings. They can't fly if they can't flap.
Alright. Well,
You going or you want me to go?
let's see. I think I will.
Use a plus 2 to your dice.
I did do that. I just...
Let's see here. Well, I guess maneuver. I'll feint like I'm going for the wing then on this one against us, and then actually swing around to go for the other wing.
Okay.
So that's a -2 for the multi-action, and it's maneuvering attack. So let's see how this goes. Okay, 17 is a good start. So +4 on to.
And its maneuver defense is 12.
Okay. So next +2 would give me a basic success. Yeah, I'll stay with the basic success then.
Okay. Do you want to make it stymied or vulnerable?
Make it vulnerable.
Okay.
And then the melee, I guess, what's its melee defense?
12 as well.
Okay, and that one, let's see, that one, let's see, so 12 +2, so it's just a basic success, 14 to hit.
That is a hit. How much damage?
Let's see here, 8 damage.
8. Against its toughness of 13. It's going to be -5, so it takes 1 shot. Alright. That just leaves Scarlet.
Which basket am I in? On the top one.
Yep.
Okay, so I can put down a card.
I will go for the 2 guys up by me.
Okay.
The wasps.
Burning them.
Yeah. Pyrokinesis and we're done. 14.
14. That's with your -2.
12.
Alright. That is going to be a miss. Because their dodge is 13.
They don't have
There.
Well, it misses one and hits the other. So the damage is 14 versus their toughness of 13. All right. That takes us into the next round, round 3. So you guys are being pulled steadily up. Oh, you guys are going to like this one.
I can't tell if that was sarcasm or not.
You never know.
Welcome to my life.
Louder than words. Taunts suffer a -10 penalty this round. Heroes go first with a flurry action. Villains go second.
An attack is an approved action.
Attack is an
Holy
approved
crap.
action, and as the round was ending, you guys hear a really loud buzzing sound,
Uh-oh.
and the queen has joined the fray.
Nice crack.
On the plus side, you get a +4 to hit her because she's so big. On the minus side, you probably don't want to kill her if you want this
Let's go well.
this to go well.
How far are we from the top?
Long ways.
You're still a ways from the top, so you can always drive her off.
Alright, well,
All right, who's going first?
I'll go ahead and go and hit one of these. I'll hit the one that doesn't look sentient from the inside.
Okay, so the one closest to you.
Yep. Called shot wing again. That was very effective the last time.
I can't cold shot a wing on my...
Nah, pyrokinesis, you can't call your shot.
So that is going to be an 18 to hit.
That is a success, but... that is a good success. Actually, the stymies are all gone. And you guys, or he caused that vulnerable, but this one was caused by another effect. So that one's gone. What was the damage?
Damage on that is 20.
20. They don't get their exoskeleton on the wings, so the toughness is only 11. That is enough to drive that wasp off. Alright. Who's next?
Vulnerable goes away on my turn, so I can just use him first.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to track the big one off.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go for the wings on this one.
You're on. I see. You're going for
Oh.
the bottom fabric.
Yeah.
I made a mistake, but I'll let it slide.
What?
You guys were supposed to test for fear when she came into the battle.
I mean, we can do it right now. I'm scared.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a hero or willpower or spirit or willpower test.
Natural friggin' one.
Whoops.
You can blame Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
What'd you roll, Nick?
Okay.
Also a 1.
What was it?
Spirit or willpower.
I got a 6.
So that makes all of you. Well, what did Buck get?
What's the DC that I'm looking for?
10.
Oh, well then I'm good. I got an 11.
All right. Do you want to spend a possibility on that, Scarlet?
Spirit.
Yeah, I actually am going to use my drama card.
Okay. Go ahead and spin that drama card.
So it's a 13.
13 is enough as both of the casters become very stymied
Yeah,
until next round.
Honestly, it's only this one round, right?
that's fine.
Nonsense and bullshit.
So that's a -4.
Yep.
Put that on the left side.
Does Scarlet wish to go?
Yeah, I will brain blast. That's what I want to call this. This. Well, their
As you-
toughness is a 13,
Their toughness is at 13.
so 14 is really the best I can do, unless I get a bonus die.
Mhm.
Can I pull out my Colt
Yeah.
and shoot? Can I do a call shot?
Yeah.
The wings of the big baddie.
All right. So that would be a -2 because you're aiming for a wing. However, you get a
Plus
+4.
So it's really a +2.
It's really a +2.
What number am I looking for?
Her dodge is 13 as well.
So you get star combat, which is your dex +3 plus whatever your gun.
The damage on my Colt was only a 14 also.
But it's also for a wing, though.
Wing is not going. You don't. They don't have their armor for their
This
wings.
is a fire combat,
Yep. And don't forget your +3 from your dex.
so that's 13. And what number are we looking for?
13 is her dodge. Oh, she's going for broke. She reaches out looking for that one moment where she actually hits.
15.
15. That is enough to hit, and the damage is 14
Yeah.
versus her base toughness of 16. Is going to be 2 shock.
Even on her wings?
They only have an armor of 2.
And it's not like, unless he wants to count it as a very vulnerable location, the battle leader ends up with +4 to all damages.
All right.
Alright, well, I'll go after the wings on this one then. Trying a bullet spell.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I've got this action card. Well,
Yeah,
sort of potato.
Yep.
Well, bullet spell it is.
Target number is 13.
But not with that stupid roll, I won't. Come on, you stupid dice, roll good numbers that are better than 6. And that counts as a 10 minimum.
Yep.
Okay, so 16 is +3, but I'm very stymied, so that's a -1. So that brings it to 13 exactly.
All right. What's the
But it's
damage?
vulnerable.
Nope. The close one here.
Okay, so on a basic success, it is, I think, 13 damage. Yes.
All right. Against its wings, which have a toughness of 11. So that's going to be 2 more shock.
Alright. That is for approved action and flurry.
Yep. Alright, so I'm the last one to go before we start our flurry.
Yep.
This will tick down. Alright. Even though we're a little bit terrified, we're still going to try to scare this off. We're going to try to fear the big one.
Trying to fear the big one. All right.
Yep.
Your
What's it?
target number is 15.
15. Alright. Spend possibility.
So many possibilities flying.
Yep.
It's almost like this is the final thing of the act.
Ooh, there we go. 26 plus 9 minus 4 is 5, so 22.
22 is a good success.
That's a good
Vulnerable
success.
or
It's-
stymied?
No, it's very stymied. Just period.
Oh, very stymied?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to throw this up here. All right.
And put that in
Flurry.
the pool.
Oh, Nick, what did I draw?
Oh, that's right. You did an attack action.
Yep.
You got another second chance.
Nice.
Yeah, those of you who succeeded on your attacks get to draw a card. Did you draw one, Cheryl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
But I couldn't put that one in play, right?
Right. Who's going
We
first?
can't have this one though. Let's see. The one that was about 10 meters down, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've got. Well, let's pull up Millie and pop a shot at Big Mama.
All right. Aiming for her wings again?
Yep.
Oh, I don't think I gave me my +2 for the.
I don't know.
I didn't. I was more worried about the Nick's pluses.
17.
That is enough for a hit. What's your damage?
13 on that.
13. So it'll
He's
be
attacking Big Mama.
one more.
Oh, yeah, stymied, not vulnerable. Never mind.
And then I'll go ahead and drop supporter in and draw another one.
You're not going to put your second chance in?
No.
All right. Who wants to go next?
And you drew a coup de grace.
Okay, I'll make an all-out attack against the wing on this one.
All right. And that enacts the law of savagery.
Yep.
Right, so it's a +4 to hit, which cancels out my very stymied. So it's just, and the size and targeting cancel out, so.
That's great on roll.
Yep.
Okay, but I do get the +3 dex, so I've got a 12 base. Let's see, and I rolled a 16, so that's +3. So 15 to hit.
That is a hit. What's the damage?
Let's see here, and let's see, you said their dodge is 13?
13.
15 plus these two, this adrenaline and this action will get me a bonus die.
And you
I
get
get
one from
a
Wall of Savagery.
good success.
Yep, you won from the law of savagery.
Okay, a 1 and a 6, so that's 6 plus, oh, another 6 is 5, 11, 12. So 12 plus 8 is 20.
All right, that is enough for
Is
a.
that with your +4 from the all-out attack?
Wait, it adds to damage?
No, it only adds 2 to the attack.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
counted that already.
And you have driven that one off as you take one of its wings out.
Alright.
Good thing they have 4.
Getting something else confused with it then.
Alright.
You're thinking of the +4 damage for like headshots and sniper areas.
Okay.
I haven't
All
done
right.
this round yet, right?
Right.
The second action portion, no.
I will attack the mama.
Shooting her in the wings again?
Yeah. $22.
22. That is going to net you 1 bonus die.
You want to trade a card, Cheryl?
Oh, that would be my second one.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't care what it is.
That was in your hand.
Alright, so you're going to add second bonus die from the card. Which card was that?
Coup draw.
Did you roll a 1? What's your total?
18.
18 versus her toughness of 16.
Hey, it's 2, not -2 this time.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so that's 5 of them. I will tell you, Mama has a lot of shock.
I'm sure.
Probably a lot of wounds too.
Thought I had.
Somebody make her vulnerable.
Hold on. If she gets closer, do you think I could jump on her and use my machete to her wings?
Absolutely.
Then body your character.
Well, if I just take one wing out.
I mean, we'd be raised off and she would try to flee with you on her back.
But I would still be with, what's his face?
Chaka.
All I want to say is Shakan.
Yeah, that's
Shakan.
his name.
Is it?
Shaka Khan.
Alright, who's left?
And maybe he could get me back with you guys.
I say, Buck's already gone for the flurry.
Yep.
Alright, so I guess it's me. Alright. Well.
She hasn't moved.
She hasn't gone yet this round.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
she
now.
just came in the last round.
So we're gonna yeah, we'll attempt to drive her home and try to scare her off. We'll cast fear on her again.
Okay. Trying to go for that player's call result?
Yep. So that's 4, so I need to get that 17. What's her spirit again?
Her spirit is 15.
So I have it right there, so I need to do a total of 25, what would net me plus 8 more. I would need to roll a 20 or better on this die.
I do have a drama if you want to trade.
And I have a hero if you want to trade.
And I've got supporters
Deal.
to throw +3 at you.
Alright,
Alright.
so we're going to spend the hero first. So we have 17 there. Next die. That's 15. That makes it 32. That gives me plus 10. That's going to be 27. And did you say her spirit was?
15.
So that's enough for a good success? Or player's call?
That is good enough for an outstanding success, which is a player's call. Alright.
Hold on. Gotta do my math real quick. Make sure I got everything right. So 32 plus 10, that's 27 minus 4. It's 24, so I'm still shy, right?
Still shy.
I'm shy by 1.
I'll throw supporter to give you +3.
Alright.
Alright.
Leave.
Then it goes to her turn, and yes, she does indeed leave as she flies at a run.
Way to go.
Because Bugmasters kept shooting her wings.
And then it is that one's turn, and it flies up even with you guys. And +1 total on the die roll as the wasp lashes out at Scarlet.
Why me?
14 to hit Scarlet.
That is a good success.
Did you remember your plus dex to your defense?
That is not a good success.
All right. Damage is 14 AP2, so it ignores 2 points of armor if you've got
Okay,
it.
I have 4.
You have 4 points of armor?
I have a Kevlar vest.
Okay, so only reduce your toughness by 2 then.
7.
7
So 7 result
7
points.
result points. You got a possibility to soak it, or are you going to take it? It's 1 wound and 4 shock per arrow.
Well, here, I can trade you your drama back. So you don't have to use your possibility.
Not that it really matters.
All right, you're looking for a 10 on the reality check.
Am I allowed to use a possibility on this?
Yes.
Yes. You can play a possibility, a drama, and a hero all on the same roll. But you
said-
can't double up. Sorry?
This is not a disconnect.
No, because it's your second roll.
No, this is. No, you're absorbing wounds. You don't get the
Absorb-
bonus. You don't get the disconnect bonus. On
But
the
I
reality.
get a 4 points reconnect penalty. Or I can ignore 4 points reconnect penalty.
Right.
What am I looking for?
Or just straight up reality.
I don't. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, everybody has reality.
So what number am I looking for?
10.
Well, once that counts as a 10.
Yeah. Which gets me it. I am a 13.
All right. That brings us into what could very well be the last round of this combat. Because the Wasp Rider missed. Ooh, pardon me. Alright, Puny Tricks. The Intimidate skill may be used as the defense against any type of interaction attack this round. Villains go first, heroes have a surge. Everybody roll a d20.
Not a 1.
Not a 1.
Cheryl?
It's not a 1.
Okay. Alright, on the lady's turn, the wasp stings out again. She's going to miss. And the Wasp Rider is trying to grab him, and she's going to miss. Who's going first?
I will. I'll shoot its wing.
Alright, this is a straight up shot because of its size.
And then plus your dex to your fire combat.
Yeah. So that's 13 minus 6, so that's 6. Or 7.
Why the -6?
Because I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay. I was confused. So that is a miss. Who's next?
Bug Masters. We're gonna trunch in that wing.
Alright.
Ooh, that's a 1. Good thing I rolled the 1 the second time. That is a 21.
21 is a good success. 1 bonus die.
That is going to be 14 damage.
14 versus 11 is going to be 3 result, which is 2 more shock. And who wishes to go next?
Alright.
And we'll drop Kura in the pool.
Alright, I'll attempt a good bullet spell here.
Alright.
Succeed in a good bullet spell.
Not if I roll a 5.
Well, see, that's because you said you were going to attempt it.
So that's a total of 10, so it misses.
Yep. And that brings us to, last but not least, Leslie.
Alright, so that's there, that's there. Don't want to risk that. And so That's that. We are going to kind of rub our temples a bit as we're looking at John to try to boost his mind with enhance.
Okay.
It's spirit, really.
Oh, your spirit?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to boost your spirit. What's your spirit?
What is it? It's 9.
9. Alright. 11, so plus 0. So you will get plus 2 to your spirit
Alright.
All right.
for 3 rounds.
Going into the next round. I thought for sure Buck was going to finish that. I was wrong.
And then after I go, the dex bonus will fall off.
This will actually not affect because there's really no place that could catch on fire that makes sense.
The bugs?
So, nah.
My hands.
The ropes that are holding our baskets from careening to our deaths.
Don't give him good ideas.
All right, heroes go first. You are fatigued. Villains go second. Intimidate and maneuver. Everybody takes 2 shock.
Alright.
Who's going first?
Buck.
Buck.
I will be the last.
Alright, I'll go ahead and spin my second chance.
That sounds like a 1.
No, it was a 2.
That's better. 10 plus 15, 25.
21 to hit.
That is a single bonus die.
Well, then we'll spin coup de grace to make it 2 bonus die.
It's 5, 6, and 4.
So 23 damage that time.
23 versus 11. That is enough to take the last one out of the fight. And as you guys are pulled up to safety, that is the end of the act.
Alright.
So, everybody gains 5 experience points.
Hooray.
Refill your possibility or reset your possibilities to 3, and that is where we will pick up in 2 weeks. So, hope everybody enjoyed watching us, and we will see you next time. Have a great time.
Bye.